Well, there's not too much I can say about this album cover, so let's take a minute to shout out a rest in peace to Prince and to Chyna. What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're an indie artist looking for an album review and some promo, you can hit up Luke at redmattersite.com as always. And what I got for you boys and girls today is a review for Sylvan LaCue's album Far From Familiar. Now, Sylvan LaCue is a rapper from Miami, Florida, and he was previously known as Quest, and when he was Quest, he put out a project called Searching Sylvan, which was very well received. Now, I never got around to reviewing that tape, but this album right here, it is a tale of love, relationships, friendships, and the pursuit of a hip-hop career, among a bunch of other things. It's a very personal album where he's putting out a lot of details and telling you a story, more or less. It all starts off with the song Loner, where we get this beat that's built around these smooth vocal blends, and I like when he spits that one line about being so far ahead of time that he's at the finish line waiting to congratulate himself. And it's this confidence and also the way he speaks on the current state of the hip-hop game that really is my favorite thing about this album. On Fall From Grace, he gets at the competition and says that all he sees is fuck niggas, and then on Heavenly, he spits a little bit about how sometimes rappers hit these very high points and then they come crashing down. He's seen it happen, and we've all seen it happen. So I think it's pretty cool how he's spitting about some of the shit that goes on in the rap game, because we are all familiar with that. He actually touches on that again on Farley's Interlude, where he makes it clear that he doesn't want to be a one-hit wonder. So I really appreciate that from him, man. You can tell that he takes his music seriously and that he wants to make some shit that people are going to really remember and want to listen to. He's not trying to just be a J-Quan. Although, in J-Quan's defense, I bet some people are still playing Tipsy at bars, parties, clubs, etc., etc., because that shit used to go off back in the day. And I think if it came on and you were drunk somewhere, probably start doing a little two-stepping, maybe something like that, because you can't deny that is kind of a fun, drunken party jam. But as much as I like some of the tracks on here, there are actually more songs on this album that I really wasn't feeling. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just gotta be honest with you guys, because that's all I can do, is give you my damn opinion when I do these reviews. And that kind of rhymed there, so you know, spitting a little bit of fire. Now, a couple of the tracks I wasn't big on include Emeryville and Crosswinds, because to me this shit just sounded like a lighthearted Kanye impersonation, or maybe some 808s and Heartbreak leftovers. Once you hear it, you'll know exactly what I'm saying, just the way those drum patterns are and how he's singing in that auto-tune. I also didn't care much for the song At What Cost. It's actually the closing outro track, because this one has some very drowsy and dull minimalistic production, and I found his rapping style on this to be pretty dull as well. It actually kind of reminded me of something that Macklemore might make. But that's not to hate on the content, because it comes across as very therapeutic and cathartic, as he spits a lot about all these issues that he's going through in his life, and he's speaking towards some people, just really laying it all out there and keeping it real. So I respect what he was doing on that song, but sonically, I just found the shit to be a little bit of a snooze. And it's the same thing with the song Give Me the World. Both of these songs drag on for about 6 minutes in length, and there's nothing interesting going on with the production to really draw you in. And even though the content is kind of cool, I didn't really find his story to be that fascinating, and I just wasn't drawn in to what he was spitting about throughout this album for the most part. I think if you're a big Sylvan fan, maybe if you've been following him along and this kind of continues on from his last project, you might appreciate it more than me. But the content and also just the overall style and sound of this album really didn't resonate too much with me, man. I liked a couple of tracks on here, including Caravan 04 and Studio City, but there weren't a whole lot of songs on here that I'm going to come back to and listen. And even the songs that I do kind of like, I wasn't blown away by. I don't see myself keeping this album in rotation. But again, if you're a huge Sylvan fan, let me know what you think. I can tell that it's personal and he's putting his shit out there, which I really appreciate, but it didn't draw me in too much, and I give this one a 3 out of 5. And one more song I wanted to bring up right quick is Cruel World, because I love that first beat, man. It just has these charging drums that Sylvan floats over with ease, but then there's a beat switch up where we get this slurred vocal sample, some frantic drums. The whole thing is just very sloppy, and he's rapping fast over it. I just didn't like that much at all, and I thought that was the perfect example of a bad beat switch up, but that's just my opinion on this album, because that's all I can give you is my opinion. But hit me up in the comments section to let me know what you think, and make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff, man, where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the videos, and you especially subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.